Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Golding. I am working problem, and it's page 9 in your math packet, problem number 2. And the problem states that a light year is approximately blank times the distance from Earth to Mars, right? So it gives us some choices here, but we have to have some more information. So if I know that, I didn't know this. I went to Google and Googled it. I figured out that Earth is approximately 130 million miles from Mars, right? So I use that information, but that's only half of the problem, right? So if you look up at the rest of the problem, it says a light year, right? That's the other thing that we're comparing. So we need to know what a light year is. So a light year, if I get here, let's come up, let's get rid of you. I'm going to get rid of you. Go away. A light year is the distance that light travels in 1 year. Light moves pretty fast, right? That's why scientists chose to use light. And so I again Googled this. It says for most space objects, we use light years to describe their distance. A light year is the distance light travels in 1 Earth year, right? So an Earth year is one time around the sun on the Earth, which is different on different planets. Okay, 1 light year is about 6 trillion miles. That is 6 with 12 zeros behind it. Okay, so I built a little table. You know, I'm an organizer. And so I organized my information down here. And I'm going to grab my pen. Let's see if I can do that. And I have here 6 trillion is here in the top. I'm going to draw this like a vinculum. I almost think of it like it's a fraction, right? Because in order to solve this problem, I'm going to be dividing. And I'll tell you why in just a second. I'm going to take that 6 trillion miles, which is 1 light year, and I'm going to divide that by the distance from Earth to Mars. Well, you might notice that when I'm dividing and I have my vinculum, if I see numbers on top of each other, now these are all in the same place value, right? So some people say cancel, but really it is equal to 1, right? It's equal to 1. 0 over 0 is equal to 1. And so we just don't need that because the identity property says anything times 1 is itself. So some people say canceled all those zeros, but what we really did was we turned them into 1. And so we're left with 100, this is 600,000 divided by 13. And I'm telling you that if you do this division problem, it's the same as taking 6 trillion and dividing it by 130 million. Let's see if that's really true. Let's see if I can find my calculator here. Here's my calculator. I'm going to shrink my head and I'm going to do 6 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 zeros. I'm going to divide by 130, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 130 million. And I get, about 46,000 is the quotient there, about 46,000. Now, just to show you, what if I took that 6 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 600,000, right? 600, 1, 2, 3, and divide it by 13. Let's see what we get. We get the same answer, right? So that was to kind of show you that we're getting that same answer. Now, if you notice, as far as the answers go, that's not one of your options. So we're going to need to kind of go with the closest option. And again, they could have used different values for light years and Earth. But for our purposes, we're going to choose the answer of 80,000 times for our answer, 80,000 times. So if you take a look at that, hopefully it makes a little more sense.